Okay, it's a little tiny muscle. So we are not going to be able to put the kind of leverage. This is where Goldilocks comes in. We can't push really, really hard on it, because if you push really hard on a small muscle, you'll overpower it, especially because you're going to have quite a bit of a leverage and advantage because of where they're positioned. I'll test both of them. So you're prone, and the elbow is bent, and it's a scapular retractor. So what I want you to do is, and you got to kind of coach people a little bit. I don't want him doing this. That's glenohumeral motion. So what I want you doing is feel like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, and so that your arm comes up toward the ceiling. Okay? There you go, like that. So that's the scapula. Okay. So the middle traps are coming, through here. So you will apply. So what you're going to do is try to lift your arm up, elbow up toward the ceiling by really trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So ready? Go ahead and do that. We might find somebody this week here. Let me see the other. Let me see the other side. Come on up.
I can go more.
No, don't be twisting the arm. Elbow straight up. Okay, that way. Come up. All right. We're gonna have a different person. He's got weak meal trap. So he's not a real good breed. Let's see if he can even do it against resistance. Okay. Pull your elbow up toward the ceiling. All right. Okay, come on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go. What they suggest is an alternate position. They will show two placements here. One near the elbow, and one on the distal end of the scapula, because that's where the muscle is inserting. So I'm going to go here, okay? Try to bring your shoulder blade up. Oh, the right one? This way. So this is tough coordination, okay? Like that. Okay? So imagine you have a pencil in your vertebrae, and you want to squeeze it together, okay? So come up. Up. There we go. Now you're using the middle trap. One more time. Well, not using the lats. So I'm going to keep my. So this is tough. I'm going to block his arm so he can't use the lats. All right. Now just try to come up toward the ceiling. All right. There's middle trap. Up. Good. And up. Yeah. So you see the difference? Now he's getting the scapula to move, okay, from before. So a lot of times with patients, it's not necessarily they're weak. It's difficult to isolate these motions. This is not something we do a lot. A lot of people, unless they are swimmers, do not lay on their stomach and activate their middle traps all the time against gravity. It's not real natural. They're usually in the upright position. So now what I want you to do is come up toward the ceiling again. Now that you got it, come on up. Pull there and push it down. 1, 2, 3. And notice I'm stabilizing over on this other scapula, so I'm not interfering with the middle trap. So you're going to have to do a little coaching. So what I did is, so he couldn't rotate or use the lats, I blocked his arm here, and now I'll bet you could do the resistance out here. So now come up. Yeah, now you see him engaging the scapula when you're doing that. So he's actually, we didn't have to go to this position. He's strong enough to test out here. But if not, you got to go into here, and it's going to take, and sometimes you have to actually take the arm and kind of, like a pump handle, get them to feel the motion you want them to do. Because some of you are going to be like, I just can't get it. I don't know what to do, until you finally can coordinate those muscles to do that. Yes.
Oh, do you want the elbow even with the shoulder then, pretty much?
Yes. The elbow. So again, we don't want hyperextension of the glenohumeral joint. So you want the elbow and the shoulder to stay, and so he's coming up and moving the scapula. So now it says, now this is where I don't like Daniels and Worthingham. It says to do it too. What we're going to do is offer them some support here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would probably be doing the same thing and just saying, hey, can you help me with this? Okay, so help me come up and down. Help me come up, so I'm reducing gravity because I'm kind of helping him. But this is where I've got to feel here to see if he's activating these middle traps. And so if he can do, if I feel like he's helping me, it's 2. If I then I'm going to say, okay, if I didn't feel like he was helping me, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to stop now. Try to bring it up on your own, and you're going to feel if anything contracts in there for a 1. If nothing is happening, there's no movement, there's no contraction, it's a 0. But this one is probably going to take a little patient education first. So notice how I am. I'm here. I've blocked his arm into that 90-90 position, 90 degrees of abduction, 90 degrees of elbow flexion. I've got one hand here and here. And you know, you may have to do the pump handle thing a few times to get them to be able to, you know, feel exactly what muscles they should be using. Because we do not want this, okay, that's glenohumeral. We don't want this, we don't want this, you know, or the elbow going back that way. It's got to be this from the scapula. So it's a little bit tricky, and again, if they can't tolerate resistance here, you know, this isn't acceptable because the muscle only runs from here to here. Okay, so you can go on the proximal humerus or the edge of the acromion to give you resistance because it's just moving the scapula. This does not cross the glenohumeral plane, so there should be no glenohumeral motion. Okay.